Okay, this is a continuation of my first session of dealing with renal failure. So, like I said, you're on dialysis, you have a catheter, you're waiting for your fistula operation, or you had your fistula operation, you're waiting for it to get healed and big enough for you to start using it for dialysis. But right now, you're using a catheter, and it's, oh my God, I'm on end stage, I'm on dialysis, what has happened to me is the end of the world. No, it's not. It's a major change. Yes. It's something to be recognized. Yes. If I don't join the team and really get command of my health, can I get further sick being on dialysis? Yes. Is it I answer to everything? No. Dialysis is probably 60% of the work of 110% of what you really need to do for yourself. So what does dialysis? Takes your blood, it takes it through the system, it cleans it through a filter, it gives it back to your body. You're finished with your treatment, which can last 4 hours. If you really put on a lot of DNA or water toxins and really swelled up, I got so big that if I sat in one place for a time, the water leaked out of my skin and created a puddle on the floor in a matter of hours. And that's what edema is called. It's just water fluid stuck in your body. If that edema gets that bad, you can be on dialysis for 5-6 hours at a time. But the average is usually about 4.5 when you first start. So you get off dialysis, and you usually have dialysis every other day. So in my case, I have it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And another shift could be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But you always usually have 2 days off. So you do it for 3 days, then you have 2 days off, and then you start the cycle again. You don't get holiday breaks. You don't get Labor Day or something like that. You have to do dialysis every other day with 2 days off until you get a transplant. We'll talk about transplant later on in the series. So you do your Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you do Monday, you do your 4 hours, you come home. When you first start doing it, you'll be tired. You'll go do 4 hours of dialysis, you come home, and then you'll sleep for like 4 or 5 hours. Now, while you sleep, what happens is your body is equalizing. Now, you got to remember, they cleaned your blood, and then they put your blood back in the system. But the toxins are still in your muscle tissue, and they're still in your bone tissue. They just cleaned the blood. And now they cleaned probably 30% of the toxins in your body. So now that the just clean blood is back there, your toxic levels are trying to level off inside with your blood levels, and that's going to make you tired because your body's going through a lot of work. And that's what puts you to sleep for a while. Some people sleep 2 or 3 hours. Some people sleep longer. In the beginning, you may sleep 4 or 5 hours. So you may spend most of your time sleep because you're weak. Now, you're weak because your kidneys are not producing the chemical energy, I think it's glucose, that your body uses for energy, because they're deficient, and you're not getting glucose put back in your blood, at the dialysis unit. So your body will burn fat for energy, but it's a different aspect of chemical energy than the normal energy that your kidneys feel. So you'll have a little bit of energy, but you won't have the same energy that you were when you were up and prepping and doing things before. It's like being drugged. It's like you want to move, but you got to really think about it before you actually get your body to agree to move. You know what I mean? But it's not the end of the world, because what happens is that the key thing, and it's for all ages, I'm not saying is exercise. Exercise is the key. You strengthen your body so it can deal with the stresses of going through dialysis, the stresses of losing 2 pounds to 10 pounds in a session, which is good for you. You need to do that, and I'll talk about that later on in the session. You need to drop that weight. Dropping that weight and dropping that water off your heart will help your heart. You will actually drown under the unknown fluid that's in your body if you don't control your water weight in the dialysis. So your dialysis unit will want to challenge you. Your weight will be this, and they want to drop. They want to take 3 kilos off, and then the next day you come in, they want to take 3 kilos, and the next day they want to take 3 kilos off. But if your blood pressure is still high, they need to take off more. Now what happens is that you have pockets, water pockets in your body where water, some people in their waist, some people in their legs and their hips, some people in their back and their shoulders, some people in their head. I guess that's what they call waterhead people, but it's a joke. But you have pockets of water. So as the machine is drawing water out of your body, whether it's in the catheter or in your fistula and arm, it's getting from those pockets. Now when a pocket gets empty, as the rate the machine is growing, and then your body doesn't want to give up any more fluid, then your body starts locking up. It starts getting cramps. Oh boy, do they hurt. And boy, do you tell the staff that I'm cramping. My legs are cramping. My stomach's cramping. My arm is cramping. My knees are cramping. That's your body telling you, hey, I want to keep a hold of the water that I have. You're taking off too much for me to function. And usually when that point comes, that's usually what they say they make your dry weight. The weight that they want to bring you down to every time you come in. And you have to remember that. So say your dry weight by your doctor is 200 pounds, okay? And you come in 210 pounds. So that means since your dry weight is 200 pounds per your medical orders, you come in at 210 because you killed the watermelon and chug-a-lugged a couple of beers, they're going to try to take 10 pounds off of you in that session. And let me tell you, that's a lot. So you really have to control your water. They usually try to limit you in between treatment, to 4 pounds or 2 kilos, which is about a little bit over 4 pounds, because a kilo is 2.2 pounds. So you have to maintain your water. And I'll talk about later on in the session about dieting, where you try to eat and drink certain things so you don't have to drink a whole bunch of water or a whole bunch of fluid, especially sodas. And you got to stay away from colas because of the phosphorus in it, because phosphorus is dangerous to a dialysis patient, and we'll talk about it later. But phosphorus is the enemy. You stay away from phosphorus at all given times. So you are 210 pounds and you're sitting and you're taking that off. But if you take off 210 and you take off 10 pounds on Monday, then you come in, you take off another 10 pounds. When you think, well, okay, I've gotten used to taking off this 10, I'm good to go. But really, you're not doing anything to your body, because remember I said, when you do dialysis, your blood is only 30% of the rest of the toxins in your body. And if you just keep taking out what you keep putting on, you're not getting that toxin that's in the muscle wall and in your bones. So that's why they challenge you. And I know you hate it, and people hate it, and I hate it, and it took me a long time to learn. But you have to challenge yourself. You have to say, okay, instead of me coming in with 10, which is wrong to begin with, you want to come in 4 or 5, maybe I should come in at 9, and then I'll take off an extra kilo from my reserves. And then you do it, and the next time you come in 9, and you take off, and do 8, and then you take off an extra 2, and then you see what I mean? And then by that way, you at the end of the week, you have gotten 4 kilos or 9 pounds of toxic waste that was in reserve messing with your body. And if you keep doing that over the course of months to a year, and believe me, I'm telling you, I'm living proof. When I started dialysis, I was close to 300 pounds, and by the summer of that next year, I had dropped down to about 200 and something pounds, and I was riding a bike and exercising. I was still a little heavy, but I was breathing better. My blood pressure was really great. You can do it. We all can do it. I'm not saying that you have to go out and do a boxing match, because people have different ages when they go to end-stage renal failure. But little things here and there challenge your body, not big time, but little bit over a course of a month to a year, you can drop the weight and it'll make you feel so much better. All right, in my next one, we'll continue on with the beginning aspect of renal failure. You take it easy and be blessed. Thank you.